Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Incredible video today. I have a lot to go through. Let's go right into it. Vintage bags. I have my favorite selection. I don't know, we could say for 2016, but I wouldn't put a year because they're vintage bags. So why should they be for 2016? They're for always. And I made a selection, different brands, all luxury brands, mind you, different epochs, decades. Let's get to it. Christian Dior, the Saddlebag, the famous by John Galliano designed saddlebag for Christian Dior. Now, as we go through these bags, I want to tell you, I have chosen 7. Why 7? 7 because I want to kind of showcase one vintage bag for every day of the week. I'm not going to showcase them right now in any particular order because I think each one of them can be worn any day of the week, actually. But, however, why 7 bags for every day of the week? Because I will be posting daily from now on, basically, my total looks of the day. And for every look of the day, I will be posting on Instagram me wearing one of these 7 bags. So it's going to be like 1 bag per day. So you can tune into this video and check daily. In the description box underneath the video, I will be posting a link to the bag that I'm wearing with the outfit of the day, and the outfits will change every day as well. So the link will be then connected to my Instagram profile. Then you could see the OOTD, the outfit of the day. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram name is Super Dacob written all together. You could check out every day. I will be updating and posting new outfit of the day with kind of a total look, vintage and non-vintage, but nothing new, because as you know, my resolution for 2017 is I will stop purchasing new luxury goods and fashion items. I will be only purchasing vintage and used. Why? Because I do not wish to endorse the type of economy that luxury fashion in particular, but also regular fashion is kind of following these days, and that is hyping and hiking the prices higher and higher and higher, but keeping the quality low and actually lowering the quality further. And I'm just not, I've had it up to here with it, and I will not be endorsing that sort of mentality and effed up economy. So there's a video on an entire year for me shopping, and I urge all of you to join this revolution and just stop giving all of these brands money, because if we all stop giving them money, they will start to listen pretty soon, because money does the talking and it does the music as well. And when they start listening, what are we going to tell them? Well, first of all, up the quality standards, up quality control, and make it fair, because as of now, the ratio and the proportions between the price and the quality are just too unbalanced, and that ain't good. So anyway, let's see what vintage can give us and how much beauty an actual vintage bag can offer us in this day and age. So we have the Christian Dior saddlebag, the Velcro. I always fluff them and stuff them the best I can so that they always keep their shape when they are archived. The beautiful CD on the side in metal, and a back pocket with a magnet clasp. I'm not going to do a review of these bags, we're just going to go through them. So this is really gorgeous. I am wearing Dolce Gabbana vintage jacket. This one is, I think, around 20 years old, maybe even older, in wool. And it's kind of a neutralized, stripe, typical Dolce Gabbana with stripes. Gessato is how it's called. Design, and I think it matches all of these bags. Okay, moving on. There's another Christian Dior, but before we go to Christian Dior, let's see this beauty here. This is Chanel from 1999. The 2000, it is from 1999, but it is called the 2005 bag, also called the bum bag because it has this kind of bum shape. Then the sunglass cases were reminiscent of it, because then they were made to resemble the 2005 bag. This one is amazing. You open it with a button. It's super futuristic. It has kind of like a corset on the inside to put it all together. It comes with a detachable, I keep it in here, strap in metal, which you can attach to these hooks here, and then you could kind of carry it across the shoulder as well, or you could just carry it like this. So this is the Chanel 2005 bag from 1999 in brown suede. This is the softest suede ever. It feels amazing. Moving on, Dng Dolce Gabbana's brand for kind of younger generations. Let's move in close so you see how beautifully orange this bag is. Here we have the logo. D&G are famous for placing their logo outside of their products. This is leather, patent leather. It is not crocodile or alligator or anything of the sort, but it is leather. And it's very beautiful. It's very tight though. On the inside, you see it has like a silky material with all different colored polka dots. Beautiful. Dolce & Gabbana know how to do inside and outside of their bags. This one is really, really to die for. Tiny, petite, such a beautiful item, and I love how glossy it is. And again, this bag has a substantial amount of years on its back, and it's still flawless. So I'm loving this classic. That's kind of, it could be a little bit, you know, it could be also something that perhaps Betty Page would have worn. It's super, super timeless. The acid orange color adds such a fresh take on something that is very classic in the way that it's cut and shaped. So I'm loving this one. Moving on, let's get to Christian Dior. Okay, this is one of my prized possessions. I've hunted this down. This is gorgeous. It's a dark denim. This is like a black denim with a leather belt on top. It resembles jeans with a pocket. The little pocket is in leather, and it's actually accessible via the top. This is the back of the bag, and the front of the bag, and that's the bottom. You can move these hinges, make noise, because they're metal. And you have your Christian Dior CD logo on these little metal things there and there, and as well as on the buckle of the belt right over there you have a CD. You can actually detach the entire belt. This is a little bit reminiscent of a Kelly, isn't it? We have a little bit of a kind of a Kelly vibe going on here. What is interesting, you could let the hinges stay up there. They almost look like they could be detachable, but they're not. What you can do, however, is turn them downwards on both sides, and then you could wear your bag like that as well, which is super fun. This is one of my favorite Christian Dior bags. It's very rare. You don't really see it much. And if you do see it, it usually secondhand, you know, goes for pretty cheap. Now, to find it in such a good state, like almost unused as this one, is not that easy, perhaps. But since these are not so popular, I don't know why, they're super fun. I'm sure you can find them for a relatively cheap price. It has its little Christian Dior label on the inside. Probably don't see it because it's the same color as the leather. It has a lot of compartments in there, as well as a tighter pocket in the middle. This is also reminiscent of the of the Chanel GST, the Grand Shopping Tote, where the inside is tied, well, sewn together to the sides. So the bag stays this tight, even if you were to take off the belt here, and the belt kind of goes through all of these holes. Super, super fascinating bag. Very experimental, I have to say, for Christian Dior. But then again, you know, everything, like from the moment on when John Galliano started designing for Dior, like a doorway opened to thousands and thousands of incredible possibilities where only your imagination is the limit. So this is a beautiful bag. I'm loving it, and I love the size. It's so substantial. Okay, moving on. Let's put down the hinges, the handles. Vivienne Westwood, look at this. This is one of the most beautiful baguettes, like the baguette bags that I have ever seen. It's in patent leather, super, super shiny and delicate, but I have used it, sorry guys, I've used it quite a lot since many, many years. This is, I have to admit, the only one that I did not purchase secondhand. This one was purchased kind of on a sale in the Vivienne Westwood Anglomania store. Well, it's not Anglomania. It was actually Vivienne Westwood that included Anglomania, because in fact, this is not an Anglomania bag. This is the Vivienne Westwood first label bag, made in Italy. It comes with, where is it? So you could, of course, wear it like this, which is how I prefer to wear it. But it also comes with this gold chain that you can attach to the bag. Now again, guys, you will be seeing me wear these on my Instagram account. I will be posting every day a new total look, so you can check out how it looks worn. And yes, guys, girls, doesn't matter what gender you are, anybody can pull it off. You just gotta have some creativity and incentive, and you gotta be able to reinvent yourself over and over and over again. This almost looks like a Robin Hood sort of pouch, meaning you could have your bows and arrows in there. You know, I kind of see it as holding arrows in there. It's back like that. I'm loving this bag. It's just so beautiful. And it smells so divine. This leather smells so good. Okay, moving on. But it's very delicate. You got to be careful how you store it. You can't like push stuff against it because it always leaves marks. In fact, I have a little bit of a mark here, so I got to leave it open so that I have like a pressure point, so that the pressure point hopefully leaves the leather. That's why I always take the chain off when I store it. Okay, moving on. This beauty here from the early 90s. This is a Gianni Versace bag in alligator or crocodile imitation. It is real leather, but it is not crocodile or alligator. It just looks like them. And we have the original 90s Medusa, which is a little bit more focused and a little bit more detailed than the Medusas we see today in the Versace realm. It has actually 3 of them, one here, and one there. You lift this up to open it, and then I have some stuffing and fluffing in there so that the bag doesn't lose its shape. Look at that. Back then, even though this is a tiny bag, they still went that extra mile to give it not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 golden metal legs, so that it really has this luxurious way of kind of standing. Then there's a zipper closure on top with the Gianni Versace, with another Medusa and the Gianni Versace 90s Gianni Versace logo there. What is really very elegantly put, there's a little clip button here. You could unclip the zip so that when you open it, it stretches out so you could actually open your bag fully. And then when you close it, you could kind of click back a little clip here so that it elegantly is hidden and doesn't pop out while you're wearing the bag. Very, very elegant. So this is the Gianni Versace. Let's see how that looks quickly. It's a shoulder bag. This is, you can't wear this one crossbody. Super 90s, super unisex. It's almost like a messenger bag for guys, or like a post bag, or whatever you want to call it. I'm loving the Gianni Versace bag. There you go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have one last bag coming right up. Just put this down. This is a gorgeous, beautiful bag. This is Christian Lacroix, sweetie darling. Sweetie darling, darling sweetie. Very ab fab. This one is made in Italy, in leather. And the Christian Lacroix Golden Sun with the CL logo is gold plated, 24 karat gold. Oh wait, there's a little drop of water, I think. This one is from the early to mid 90s. There is the Christian Lacroix logo. It's so beautiful. Look at how the bottom is executed. And then you have a pull string here. Open it. Oh yeah, and by the way, it only has like this one handle. Then you open it, and inside it's a drawstring, and inside you have the Christian Lacroix logo. that's how that looks like. On the other side it says genuine leather made in Italy. Not too many pockets. It has one major big pocket and then a little zippered pocket as well. But what is really fascinating about this bag is how you actually get to wear it, because it only has one strap, right? So again, guys, Super Dacob, my profile name on Instagram. You could check out how these bags look worn out and about. Really, I do pose, or I will pose with them in different attires, and that's how I basically went through the city that day. That's the idea. That was the Christian Lacroix. Beautiful. I mean, you know, this bag is over 20 years old, and I think for considering that, the leather, yeah, it's a little bit, you know, crackled because, I mean, the bag has been worn, but I think, like, look at the craftsmanship, guys. I mean, this bag, over 20 years old, has been used. It's still so gorgeous. There are no tears, no rips. It holds its shape. It has this really robust bottom part. I mean, it's incredible. They don't do bags like this anymore nowadays, and especially this shine. This bag hasn't been treated with any, you know, creams or anything throughout the years. At least it doesn't look that way. It looks super natural like it was when it was born. Incredible. I'm just so in awe. Beautiful bag. And of course it wouldn't be Super Dacob if he wouldn't stretch the rules a little bit that he himself creates, and that would be I can't stick to only 7 bags. I had to also smuggle in an 8th bag. Why? Well, I didn't want to mention it because I know it's like 1 week has 7 days, but I had 8 bags, so whatever. I lied. And there you go. It's 8 bags, not 7, and the 8th one is just to die for. This is Dolce Gabbana in velvet. Super delicate, but typical classical, old school looking, very Sicilian, very kind of, you know, Second World War, posthumous to that, or prior to that. But yeah, it's very 40s looking, very delicate velvet. Since this is from the fall-winter 1996 Dolce Gabbana mainline collection. 1996, guys, that's 20 years ago. And this velvet, I don't know if it's silk velvet or if it's cotton velvet, but it's still so soft and so beautiful. And you have, you know, this is how it looks. It's one continuous piece of velvet. There are no cuts in there, just like Louis Vuitton bags would be. And then you have a clasp opening here, and you open it like that. I have stuffed this bag also to keep its shape. It has this beautiful metal Dolce Gabbana logo in there that also states that the bag is made in Italy. Let's see if I can come in as close as possible right there. I mean, look at the texture, just the texture of this bag. And yes, this is made to have a little extra wrinkle there. It's a wrinkle, it's a fold, basically. On both sides we have that. So I have that to give it a little bit more shape. This is the side. The other side. The other side again. And the bottom. And this would be the top. This is maybe the toughest one to style for a guy because it's very, very, very elegant, sleek, delicate. It is probably the most, if you know, I don't like to put gender on anything really, but this is maybe the most feminine of the bags. But nevertheless, you know, for the Fashion Bunker archive, this one is very, very important and necessary because this is the quintessential Dolce Gabbana bag. This represents their mentality, their design, zhuzh and verve and vibe to a T. It completely stands for what they are, for what their heritage is, for what their DNA is. You know, these delicate materials, as I said in another video of mine, you could check that out as well. Maybe I'll post a link in the description box down below. This one kind of more than other bags really represents, from all the vintage bags, kind of the times we live in today. This delicate political momentum we're in at the moment where, you know, I think a bag made out of a textile, out of velvet, out of silk, or denim, the jean bag that I also have from Chanel, for example. They, more than leather bags, more than heavy duty bags, these bags represent more our fragile times, the fragile times we live in. And on top of that, the animal print of this bag is just so quintessential Dolce Gabbana. I mean, nothing else is. This and zebra, basically. But I'm hunting down a couple of zebra pieces as well. So hopefully we'll see that. Vintage, of course. Only vintage. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Tune into my Instagram profile, which is Super Dacob, all written together. And check out all the posts I will be posting in these upcoming days. Every day there will be a new one showcasing how to wear and have fun with these bags because they're so beautiful. I will also be posting close-ups so you could see them in detail because there's really a lot of detail and a lot of love for attention and detail that went into making them. Okay, it was kind of educational. There was not a lot of gossipy stuff going on, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, thumb it up and let me know what you think about all of these vintage bags and what are your vintage bags, your favorite vintage bags in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter what you do, guys, don't forget, don't ever give up on love. Love ya. See you soon. Take care. Bye.